Good morning, 97.1. Jim Costa with Mark Ryan in for John Jansen, Heather Park, Gov and Greg behind the glass. Mark has thrown out a hypothetical based on real life. He has a friend who went on a blind date as a Florida alum with a Florida State alum. Would you do this? First date, blind date. I say only a lunatic would do this. A 4-hour football game with someone you've never met. You don't get to know this person.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Jim. Would you not? Do you want to strike out with a bat on your shoulders, or do you actually want to take the swing?
Is this person holding a gun to my head and the only way they'll meet me is in the den of a rivalry football game?
That's the opportunity. Do you take the opportunity or do you let it slip? You're letting it slip. How could you do that?
Tex says, I need some context on her level of fandom. Is she like Heather, or does she actually care about the team?
Heather, you care. You don't care?
I mean,
really?
I want my team to win.
Okay.
But I am not like I have never went to my team's football. I never went to any of Michigan State's sporting events. So I'm not a huge fan. No. Do I want my team to win? Yes.
That would make it more likely to work, though, and you still wouldn't go.
No.
Really?
Would she boo kids?
248 says, oh, double hell no. Cute and nice, code for fat and ugly. Roy and Clarkston.
No chance. That's a friend that isn't a friend. You are entrusting your friend to set you up. And if your friend does that to you, well, you're not going to be hanging out with them anymore, are you?
The concept of a true blind date, I don't think exists anymore. If you tell your friend, hey, I know this girl, right? I think she'd be great for you. You guys got a lot in common. She's beautiful. You would say, let me see a picture. And everyone now has a social media account.
Yep.
Or your friend's going to have some photo of her. And if your friend's like, oh, she's not on social media, I have no picture, you'd probably be like,
red flag.
I'm out.
Well,
right?
see, my wife isn't really on social media, and I love that because I don't have to worry about people sending her DMs at all. I mean, is it not a good thing to be off of social media? We have to be on social media.
It is a good thing, but to not have a photo, I think it would be weird now.
But Heather, people lie with their photos. I mean, Ringer has told us the story about the woman he went out with.
We've all had that experience too.
I know people do. There's filters. I get that. But you'd still, if there was no photo, I don't think I would say yes. Nowadays.
Look, I was in the dating pool more recently, I think, than everybody on the show.
Yes.
2021 for me.
Oh, okay. So, no, I've been with my wife since 2019. Were you on the apps at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So then you can relate to this. But I found it was a lot more, like you said, the goal of the first date is to get the second date. The goal of the app is to get off the app and get to a first date. But you don't want to come on too strong. Like, it's about being casual. So this is the opposite of casual, is going on a first date at a sporting event, a football game.
It's sports. Well, how is that not casual?
You made this the big rivalry game between the two teams where you trash talk the whole time. You're emotionally invested in the game, not the person you're there with.
But don't you want to be with somebody that you can smack a little bit with?
Yeah, not in that way. One, sure.
What are we talking about here? Family show.
248. Yeah. Eventually, I'm not saying you couldn't be with someone who's a rival fan, but I think the first date's laying it on a little thick.
Is there any fan base you could never see working?
No.
For you?
No.
Georgia, for me, it just would never work.
You got Georgia Jimmy back there.
Well, it's not working.
No?
No.
You guys aren't going to get hitched?
That's why I couldn't say no to the punchki.
There you go. Let's get some people's phone calls in on this. Raymond in Detroit, you're on 97.1.
What's going on, fellas? Really quick, I actually think this is a genius idea, and this is why. So if just in case, let's just say I go on this blind date and we go to a Pistons game or a Lions game, right? And I'm not feeling her, whether it's her looks, she's not as good as looking as the photos I see online, or I don't like the way she dresses or anything like that. I don't really have to mind her any attention now. I'm going to act like, hey, I'm such a big Lions fan. I'm enjoying this game. I don't have time to talk to you or look at you and be disgusted by anything. As if you go to a dinner, you're sitting there at the table staring at her. It's awkward. I got to talk to her and I got to act like I'm liking it and I got to enjoy my food. Or right after the game, I can act like I'm drunk or I'm disappointed the Lions lost. I got to go home. I got work.
There's an exit strategy and you have entertainment if the date sucks.
Exactly. See? This is genius, actually.
I was on a bad date on Trouble with the Snap.
Okay.
It was Tampa Bay. Do you know what I didn't care about when that happened? the date anymore.
Right.
I was having a grand old time, and I was never better. I don't know what Raymond's saying, but he sure is making a lot of sense. Making a ton of sense.
What if she's disgusting? That was his point. Mike in a truck, you're on 97.1.
Yeah, I would 100% absolutely not do this. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if it's been brought up yet. It doesn't matter if 90% of the time you're a nice person. When you're a fan of a college team and you're losing to your rival, that 10% of the time, you're not nice. You're mean. You get angry. You get irritated. You really want her to see that? That's
Mike,
going to be the first
she's
going to
see it eventually. Why not get it out of the way?
Yeah, don't you want to warm her up a little bit first?
Right. You want her to know the 90% of you
Right.
before that 10% where you're angry and irritated because your team's losing. You're going to think this
Mike,
guy's a psycho.
You want to have that to fall
There's no
back
way.
on. You want to have that bedrock foundation of, oh, he's sweet, he's nice. Think of he held the door open.
Because some sports fans are psychotic when
No,
their
that's
team
what,
is
Mike,
losing
I'm
to the
saying.
rival.
You want to have shown her all of the good things before that moment so that when she sees
How are
you
you
look
gonna
like
do
a
that on blind date?
lunatic. Yeah.
Mike, who are you a fan of?
And you can't do that. And you can't do that at a sports event because
No.
Who are you a
you're not
fan
gonna
of,
have
Mike?
most of your,
Who's your team?
for college, Michigan
Yeah.
State.
Okay, so now the story is coming full circle. Mike is foreseeing that he's going to be losing, and it's very predictable that you are a State fan, Mike. You are foreshadowing what's actually going to go down when these teams play.
Well, I didn't say that, but thanks.
That's what you're thinking.
He's got to get his pot shots in. Look, I don't think it matters
I'm just saying,
if your team is going to win the game on paper or not. You get to that game, and if your team is trailing, if there's a critical moment, you're not going to be on your best behavior. You're not going to be putting your best self forward, which is the whole point of a first date. No one wants to lead with their worst. We're often at our worst.
So don't be your worst. Fortune favors thee.
But if I'm at a sporting event, you've put me in the cauldron of emotions, and you're asking me to take emotions out of being at a sporting event against my rival. It's just not possible.
I'm saying that you get to fast forward through something you might not see for 3 months. You ever been in a relationship where you saw a side of her in month 3 that you never saw in month 1 or 2? You get that on date number 1. You know what our most precious resource is? Time. You know what you save there? Time.
So you're proposing this is a scouting
Absolutely.
session.
You are scouting the entire time.
Yeah, but now I don't want to have to be scouting the person next to me. I want to watch the football game I'm at.
Do you think that person, it wouldn't work regardless because you're not paying enough attention on them? Do you think that would happen?
That they would be turned off?
And like if they did actually captivate you enough where you were paying less attention to the game, what would that tell you? But I mean, it would be virtually nobody would get me to take my attention off the game. Virtually no one.
Let's get to Michael in Detroit. Michael, you're next up.
How you doing? Well, I think it'll work. It worked for me. My wife is a Bears fan, and I'm a Lions fan. And our first date was a Bears and Lions game.
Listen to this. Incredible, Michael. So how did that work?
Break it down.
Did you have bad emotions at the game? Which team won?
We won, but I see that as a test. Either she's going to love you or not, man. It is what it is, dude. If the Lions would have lost, I'd have been cool either way. My wife is beautiful. We both love sports. She played, football back in Chicago, so it worked for me.
A success
7
story.
years, still married.
Thank you, Michael.
And he got through the first date in that scenario. How about that?
Text says, my fiance and I, our first date was a preseason Lions game a few years ago. We met on Bumble, took her there to make her feel comfortable, had a couple drinks, worked out great. Preseason's a little different.
Oh, it is.
Very different.
That is a social environment.
Yes. And people leave early from preseason games all the time, so you certainly wouldn't be the first. Rivalry game isn't even a good 200th date idea. Awful, signed Jay. Aaron, Dearborn Heights, good morning. You're on 97.1.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's up, Aaron?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to make a whole comment on the whole dating at the football game thing. Like, if you can't keep your emotions reined in enough to, like, keep your emotions in check around the person you're with on a date, like, you probably shouldn't even be dating or breeding anyways. for that matter.
Take that,
That's
Jim.
just my thoughts on it.
Aaron,
You know what I'm saying?
counterpoint. We can all bite our tongue, but now I'm not happy at the game. I can't be myself. I can't watch the game and be emotionally invested in the game. So I got to compromise or sacrifice myself for this first date. Just go somewhere else. Like, I know you're holding me hostage in this imaginary situation, but in the real world, you would just pick a lower stakes first date. You wouldn't ever in your wildest dreams choose this as a first date, and your friend could have pivoted. Could have said, well, actually, I can't make that Saturday.
But he didn't, and guess
I'm actually
what?
doing something with...
Now he's got an 8-month relationship.
But
for a date you would have never gone
But she
on.
would have never gone with him to a bar or a restaurant the next
That was
weekend?
the date. That was the date.
Well, what I'm asking is, would she have gone out with him in any other circumstance?
I don't know how to answer that.
Right. Well, I would hope that, yes, if this is the person he was eventually going to end up with, that they would be able to meet up with him a separate day or time.
And Mark is saying, this is the game. Play the game.
Right.
These are the rules of the game.
Right. That's exactly right. And Jim's like, I'm going to take my dating bag and I'm going to go home.
Well, while we're exploring the game, this text says, who's paying for tickets, or is this a going Dutch situation? That's Thomas.
Yeah, it's Dutch. Okay. They went Dutch. They each had their own ticket.
Okay. Sitting right next to each other.
Right next to each other. You got 2 tickets, right? You split it, even Steven?
Sure.
But you got to give it this. It is one of the most creative things, one of the most creative meetings out there that you've heard.
Yeah, it's memorable if it works out.
It's memorable if it doesn't.
That's true, too.
I mean, let me tell you about
If you
the
just want the
worst blind
stories,
date I ever
yeah.
had.
I think part of it, too, is I'm not leaving the rivalry game early. Like, we joke about a preseason game, and you can take off if it's not going well. You're not going to leave Florida State, Michigan State.
No matter what.
No, you're there. So if it's bad, it's only going to get worse.
Imagine if the team is losing by 30 and there's no attraction.
You're not attracted to her. She's rubbing it in your face every single time they score a touchdown. People are staring. They're like,
it will
are they going to be
though.
okay?
It will end. At one point, it will end, and your life will carry on.
What a great selling point. It will end.
It's not the lose by 30 that I'm worried about. It's the tight one possession game. Game flips on a play here, game flips on a play there. We are on edge for the entire length of the game.
Nailed it. And that's where it could really go sideways.
Well, and let's explore this. I know we're up against it. When our teams lose, does it alter how you feel following that game?
Oh, 100%.
Of course. Well, if a date goes well, you'd like to leave on a good impression. Are you going to be able to do that if your team just lost in gut-wrenching, heartbreaking fashion?
Story.
It's kind of like when you're hangry. You're not the best version of yourself. You want to leave and be like aggressively hangry towards this person in the lasting moment of the date? Probably not.
I'm reading a book right now, The Science of Being a Sports Fan, and it actually shows that our hormones when our teams lose resemble that of people who are depressed.
Sure.
So good luck making that first date work.
So you're guaranteed that 50% of this couple is going to be
Depressed.
depressed. What a great way. Hey, let's have our first kiss now, as one is chronically sad and depressed. We'll take calls. We'll read your texts. We got to get Heather's news. We've got audio, Michigan and Purdue tonight.
Oh, boy.
Big time matchup. Yaxel's got thoughts on the Boilermakers, and Dusty does too. It's 97.1.